Guten Tag and willkommen to PopCulture Reacts. And the German opening for once isn't for Rammstein, it is for Dritte Wahl with Greif Ein. So this was in the suggestions from our last time we did Dritte Wahl, band that I like, German punk band. Though this song doesn't ring any bells. I don't think it's on one of the albums
Ooh.
I listened to, so I think it might be a bit of an earlier one.
Ah, that'd be a nice treat for you as well, wouldn't it? A band you like, but hearing a song that you don't know, that'd be fantastic.
Yes. Yeah, I'm the more modern albums. They're one of those. If I really should go and listen to the whole back catalogue, but usually when I'm like, I want to listen to them, I just put on like the two or three albums that I listen to most of the time and just jump in there.
Sometimes there's something in that, isn't there, though, of going, comfort's probably a little bit too extreme, but going with what you know and going,
Yeah,
I know I want to listen to something I know I'll like that scratches a certain itch, and I know that album does it, so I will go and scratch that itch with that very good
yeah,
back scratcher rather than trying one that I've never tried before. And go back to the birthing of this channel was very much around that, wasn't it? Of going, it's very easy to stay in comfort zones and stick with bands, and even within those bands, certain albums, certain tracks that you like. And part of this adventure is finding new stuff to us, even if the
yes,
band isn't new, finding new tracks that maybe we haven't listened to by them. So I've got high hopes for this for you. I hope you love it.
yes. So,
You need a win.
so shall we get our Greifein on?
Yes, we shall. Right, let's do this.
Eine andere deutsche Stadt. Hunderte von Leuten rufen weg mit dem Nazi-Pakt. Es wird friedlich demonstriert, doch die Bullen schwören wieder. Jetzt greifen sie den Ersten und schlagen ihn nieder. Lass das Klotzen sein, greif ein. Lass das Klotzen sein, greif ein. Lass das Klotzen sein, greif ein. Lass das Klotzen sein. Lass das Klotzen sein, greif ein.
Did you recognise it?
No, I had not heard that one before, and I really like the meaning of everything behind this one. My only gripe is they didn't need to do that intro riff and over a minute. I was like,
I'm glad. I'm glad you went with that first. I think I'm gonna be similar to you. I think there's a lot to like here, but I think let's get that out the way and let's just go. Yeah, that was way too long an intro. There was points there where I thought, have we grabbed the instrumental rather than the actual song?
yeah, there was one of those of like, is this some weird mix or someone's put up like the wrong thing on like
Yeah,
YouTube or something like that? I was like, is it gonna go?
yeah.
So I was like 30 seconds in. I
Well,
was like, now, now.
I'll tell you now. I will listen to this song again. I really liked it. And I'll listen to it probably through Spotify initially. So if people let us know in the comments if it was some weird mix where someone had recorded the intro actually twice on there, we'll know it by the time we do it. But we'll always appreciate the comments. But yeah, because it did. And you know what you're saying? Is it now? It didn't feel like that was necessarily design of going, oh, by the time we drop in, people are going to be baying for this. It felt like, well, as I say, it felt awkward. I felt like
Mm.
something's gone wrong here, or singer's day off, something like that. But yeah, I think it's right to get that out of the way because I think outside of that, there is a lot to like, isn't there?
Yes. Obviously, we've said it on other things before, but we are both of a certain political persuasion that is very much down for this sort of thing. You know,
Yeah,
it's the one thing I love about punk music, and you know, this is perfect for that. So we're not going to go through the whole lyrics. If you are not German speaking, I do suggest that you get them and read along with them. But
yeah.
you know, it is it is a beautiful punk song for getting together, shouting this and going, no, we are not going to let Nazi bastards and xenophobes and
And ultimately,
arseholes.
the police.
Yeah,
That's where it goes to in the end, isn't it? Like we start off with violence, which isn't necessarily specifically linked to anything. Then you go into a verse about
swastikas and
not not
right
not yeah
wings.
Nazi right wing protests, and then you go into a verse about anti-Nazi right wing protests and the police reaction to it, and um, yeah, you're right. I think sensibility wise, it is the sort of stuff that I like. It leans in my way, which is great.
Yeah.
But also just going into subject matters like this, I want music to do it. I want
Mm.
music to I don't know, put that mirror on the world to say things aren't always right and you can't always trust something. And obviously, punk's always been a home for, I'll go like anarchic, rebellious thought.
Yeah.
Um, and obviously, there's a rebellious element to this because it does levy some of the criticism at the police.
But
But this had a
also
kind of
a
different flavour
mirror.
to me.
And the thing is, it also has a bit of a mirror at the audience as well, in a way of don't be complicit, don't just
Yeah,
stand there,
yeah. Don't
get
accept it.
involved.
Yeah. It's not just. This isn't news for you to just consume and watch. Bad things are happening, and you need to step up. You need to sort of take your place in the world and say that these things are wrong. But yeah, I think uh, musically and lyrical delivery. And as you say, you could really picture a crowd singing along to this. So it does retain that anarchic, rebellious stance to it. But I don't know this felt a bit more social consciousness side of it as well.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, I really liked it. It's hard not to get totally wrapped up in the lyrics though, 'cause I think it's a important message. But I think the delivery of the lyrics were really good. I really liked, forgetting the long intro. I really liked what they did musically, especially about three quarters of the way in where they had the transition to change up. I was
Mm.
really not expecting it, and really liked it. I said to Chris before we started recording this. Not the only thing I confessed to with memory before we started recording this, but I can't remember the last song we did by them. But I certainly don't. It didn't. It certainly didn't stand out like this did. Like
No.
this would make me want to listen to more of them straight away.
Yeah.
And I don't remember that last time.
The last was a little bit more on the pop punk side of punk than this, which is very much straight up balls to the wall anthem punk, which is, you I could quite easily hear this being chanted at at a rally or something, like,
Yeah, yeah,
what are the as it says in there, like, a rally where hundreds of people are shouting down with the Nazi pack.
yeah,
You could hear them like breaking into this and it fitting perfectly in that thing. It's like, I've always, as I said earlier, I'm a massive punk fan. I've always been one that you give me punk that's saying something and I'm all for it. One of the first sort of bands that I remember hearing that was via hearing Napalm Death covering it, was Dead Kennedys, Nazi Punk's
yeah.
Fuck Off. Yeah,
Well, and
and
like, music has multi-functions. We've said this before, but yeah, I'm with you. I think when I'm hearing punk or when I want punk, I don't just want something that's rousing musically that gets me blood pumping. I do want that. I do want the anti-establishment or anti-twattery
yeah,
message that I feel should come with it.
yes. So thank you very much for whoever suggests this one. I forgot your name. It'll be in the comments of the first Dritte
No,
Wahl video.
dude,
But
I forgot the previous song, let alone who recommended this one. So I think
but
I take the prize for worst memory of the night here.
yes, but yeah, if you have any other punk songs that fit in this wheelhouse of positive, proper messaging and banging song to boot,
Yeah,
more please down there in the comments. Um, and obviously, we will be back with more very soon.
anti-Nazi stuff soon.
Exactly. But as always, like, subscribe, ring the bell, and all the other YouTube things. And until then, Auf Wiedersehen.